welcome to the Potscast. You know, we have more pottery this week, but also we have a lot of kitchen stuff. I've been chopping, I've been pickling, preserving, saucing. Is that a thing? Anyway, let's start with some pottery and let's see how it goes. And welcome to your final cup date. So, before I can glaze them, I have to put wax on the bits that I don't want the glaze to go. And I don't want the glaze to go on the bottom, because if I put glaze on the bottom and when I put it into the kiln, it will stick to the shelf. I'm now putting wax a little bit around the rim, and I completely forgot that I should have been doing it on camera. So this is me suddenly remembering. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to dip it. We're not actually going to dip it, we're going to pour. But I get my jug and I pour the glaze over. It's easiest with small plates simply to pour than to try and dip it in the bucket. Now I have to remember to wipe the drips. Otherwise what? Yes, it will stick to the shelf. And then we just repeat with the second plate. Lovely. And there we have it. This is the green-based plate. Look at that base. And yes, the cobalt is looking a bit purpley on this one. I think that's just a trick of the light on the camera, but look at that base. No tricks of light there, it's stunning. Now, although I never ever promise it, the thing I'm most proud of is how beautifully they stack. Look at how beautifully they stack. They just fit perfectly inside each other. Right, first things first. By the way, look at how clear this pool is. My mum stopped using chlorine and has started using this pool ionizer, this solar-powered ionizer. It is so clean and so pure, and you don't get the chlorine. Anyway, that's my mum's new toy, and it works. It's crazy how good it works. Anyway, let's keep going, and let's see what's on the tree, if we can just pick some. Here we go, look. See, I can pick some off the tree. I'm trying to basically get rid of this tree because I wanna plant another tree. If you know, you know. I'm gonna pick these green and, oh my goodness. And then I'm gonna chop the tree down. Right, I've kind of taken all of them off. So that's all the green ones you see in there. I've just taken off. Now, because I'm just coming up with things to do with this, I'm going to let whatever vessels I have decide what I'm gonna do with these peppers. So, what I've found is a large jar, a smaller jar, and a bottle. So I'm thinking I'm gonna fit as many chilies as I can in here, and I'm gonna pickle them, and whatever's left, I'm gonna turn into a pepper sauce. That's the plan. And this is gonna be for whatever overflow, but I think if there's any left over, I'm gonna dehydrate them and turn them into chili flakes. That's the plan. Let's get on it. So I'm filling up the jar to see how many I need to get it completely full. I'm probably stacking them. So I have this amount left over. So what I'm gonna do, without comment, is I'm going to prepare the rest of the ingredients for my special hot pepper sauce. If you can follow along, then you'll know my ingredients, but that's what I'm gonna do now, is make my hot pepper sauce. On time lapse. And no, I'm not gonna wash them because it was only raining about 10 minutes ago and I'm about to boil them. So why am I washing them? The rain washed them and I'm boiling, so hush up. Right, everything's in there. I'm just gonna let that cook down. Meanwhile, I'm gonna work on the pickling. So it's been cooking down and I think it's about right. Now, often I will let it cook down more and get rid of more of the liquid. And what happens is when I zhuzh it up, it becomes really thick and I want it a little bit runnier than I normally do. So I'm leaving a little bit more liquid. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna taste it now. Ooh. Ooh, this is a bit sweet. I'm gonna have to put some more vinegar in this. Right, my mouth is now burning because I've tasted it. I've added a little bit more of the vinegar, but also I found some pickled onions and I thought, you know what, I'll zhuzh them in, see what difference it makes to the flavour. So let's just let this cool down and steep for a little bit and then I'll zhuzh it up. Right, and here is a sweet pickle. Sweet pickle. Pickling liquor. I'm going to put these garlic and I'm going to put the onion in with the peppers to make it not just peppers, but it's going to have onion and garlic in there. And there we go. My homemade chili, peppers, garlic, ginger, onion, pickles. I'm pouring it into a jug, even though I'm going to use a funnel, because last time I poured it straight from the zhuzher into the funnel, it went everywhere. So I'm pouring it in the jug first, so that when I put it into the bottles, it's a lot easier. I managed to find another bottle, so you'll see me pour it into 2 bottles, not 1. There was a teeny little bit left over, and so I thought, I'll put it in another little container and I'll decide what I'm going to do with it. And there you go, 2 bottles of Amanda's special hot pepper sauce. We're going to taste. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Now, because I had a little bit of chili sauce left over, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to make myself a dipping sauce. This is the dipping sauce I use when I'm using my chicken tenders. Whenever I want to dip something in something, I've made my own special dipping sauce. I also like to put it on burgers. So there you go. This week, I've made jam, I've made mango lassi, I've made plantain ice cream, I've made pickles, hot pepper sauce, dehydrated chilies, and my special burger sauce. There you go. Whew. So this is my new cupcake mixing bowl with all my fancy stuff around the sides, all different colours. This is my mum's bowl. She wanted the prism purple. That's the prism purple. And this is the cute little mini bowl. Look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? I love that chattering. And then we have a replacement plate. But I love that. I love the way I did that. I love the way I did that. And there's the base. Look how strong that is. This one stuck to the shelf a little bit, if you can see. And there was a blob of glaze. But yeah, that sucks the shelf. I'm just going to sand that down. This one, that's just the coloured slip that's done that. There's no problem in the plate. It's just the coloured slip has done a bit of a separation job. You know what? I have a theory about this new pottery bird. In the beginning, there was Rico. He was black with the red stomach. And then he disappeared. And then the next was another black one, but that black one came with a brown one. Now she was a brown one and I called her Lola, but she was the only one who was brave enough to come jumping on my iPad. No other bird had jumped onto my iPad and got that close to me of their own accord without there being any seeds. It was so that she started demanding seeds. Now, she was the one who started then jumping on my hand and jumping on the bowl and just basically being Lola around me. Now, she's disappeared, but this new bird that seems to be a mixture of black and brown birds, and the very first thing that bird did was jump on my iPad. Now, how does a completely new bird, I'd never seen it before, how does it know that it can jump on my iPad and demand food? The first I saw of it was it on my iPad. Don't tell me that's not the offspring of that black bird and Lola. Don't tell me that wasn't, because that bird knew. Just jump on the iPad, she'll give you some seeds. Now, since it's been coming, I've been training it. I showed you last week. This is what happened this week. They're eating my salted caramel ice cream and now they've gone on to the watermelon. Probably going to try again for the watermelon. Unless I get carried away with the ice cream. This episode of the Potscast was carefully assembled by me, Amanda, on the island of St Lucia. Bye. If you want to have a go at doing what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, check out my pottery retreats.